With the NFL draft officially over, the Buffalo Bills look towards undrafted free agents, and it looked at a college pretty close by to where they play. Welcome to Billievers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Billievers Talk, where we talk about the 2019 NFL Draft. In this episode, we're going to talk about the 2019 undrafted free agents, two in particular, as the Buffalo Bills show a little Buffalo love and pick up two players from the University of Buffalo. Before we do that, however, I want to remind everyone, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment. We keep you updated on all Buffalo sports news. The Buffalo Bandits going to be in the finals starting Saturday, best of 3 in Buffalo. So you want to be on my Twitter page for that. I'll keep you updated on scores this Saturday. Link in the description below to follow me on Twitter as well. So welcome to Billievers Talk again. We're going to talk about these two undrafted free agents. We're talking about Tyree Jackson and Cam Lewis from the University of Buffalo. We're going to start with Tyree Jackson, and then we're going to move on to Cam Lewis. More to talk about with Tyree Jackson, of course, the bigger name here, as Tyree Jackson was projected anywhere between the 3rd and 5th round of the NFL draft. In fact, Mel Kiper Jr. had Tyree Jackson as the best offensive player available once the draft ended. So why was he not drafted? Who knows? I mean, we can look at the accuracy issues they has. You know, a lot of people comparing Tyree Jackson to Josh Allen. And when we first picked up Tyree Jackson, I did an episode and I talked about how it's great to have someone who's so comparable to Josh Allen. You're talking about a big guy, right? You're talking about a guy who's 6'8", big arm, guy who throw the ball downfield, has some accuracy concern. It was about 58% coming out of college. Tyree Jackson went to Mona Shores High School in Michigan. Went there. Senior year was first team All-State, and he also finished in the top 5 in Michigan's high school history in both completion yards and passing touchdowns. So that's pretty impressive when you think about the quarterbacks who have all gone to Michigan high school. I mean, again, I don't know the list off the top of my head. We're not talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady went to the Michigan Wolverines in college, not necessarily Michigan high school. But that's still pretty impressive to be on that list. So he starts in high school going there, does not get any top 5 offers or scholarship offers or anything like that. Comes to the University of Buffalo, redshirt freshman, does not play his redshirt freshman year. Comes in 2016, where he completes 53% of his passes for 1,772 yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So you see that interception TD rate. Obviously, you want that to get better, and it does improve as the years go on. You talk about 2017, his sophomore season. He only plays in 8 games, suffers a leg injury later in the year. So you have to look out for that. Maybe a little bit of a red flag there. But he plays in 8 games, 60% completion percentage, so much improved from the 53%. 2,096 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So obviously you see that improvement between touchdown to interception ratio, and it even gets better his senior season when he plays in all 14 games for the University of Buffalo, plays in a bowl game, leads them to a bowl game, only the 3rd bowl game in UB history. Completes 55% of his passes for 3,131 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. So still, the ratio is a little worse than his previous year, but a lot more touchdowns. 28 touchdown passes. That's pretty impressive. That's not even counting his rushing stats. Again, another good thing about Tyree Jackson, just like Josh Allen, you're talking about a guy who can be mobile, right? He can get out of the pocket. He can create things with his feet. For his career, he had 201 rushing attempts, 757 yards, 16 touchdowns. So it's pretty good for a quarterback to be able to extend plays and to be able to make plays with his legs. We saw that with Josh Allen last year. Still remember when he jumped over Anthony Barr in that third game of the season against the Vikings. And that's the kind of stuff that gets Bills fans excited, right? Obviously, Josh Allen's going to be our starter, but if you have a backup who is very similar to your starter, that means your offensive coordinator, in this case Brian Daboll, does not have to change up his playbook, right? If for any reason Josh Allen were to go out and Tyree Jackson proves that he could be a starter in the NFL, or at least a good backup, then you can put Tyree Jackson in and then say, hey, we don't have to change our playbook all that much, right? You bring in Matt Barkley. Matt Barkley's more of a pocket passer, right? And we were impressed with Matt Barkley in that Jets game. I'm not saying we weren't, but more of a pocket passer, not going to create as many plays with his feet downfield. So you want to have that continuity. You can look at a Tyree Jackson to give you that. Again, Tyree Jackson, you want to talk about his strengths. He's a tall guy, big hands, can throw the ball a mile, right? Can throw the ball downfield, again, just like Josh Allen. He's a better athlete and more mobile than he looks for his size. Big plus in arm talent, again, big arm strength. The only questions, or one of the few questions, are his accuracy, right? Last 9 games of his college career, threw 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So again, you see that touchdown interception rate drop, and that's probably why he dropped in value. Now, he did play in the Senior Bowl. He was invited to the Combine. He impressed in both. In fact, at the NFL Combine, he finished in the 90th percentile in both in height, weight, wingspan, arm length, hand size, 40 time, and broad jump. He finished in the 90th percentile, and that's not just for this year's Combine. That's for the Combine overall, whoever worked out in the Combine. So that's all the quarterbacks, whoever worked out in the Combine. That's pretty impressive. He's in the 90th percentile in all his categories. So why does he go undrafted? What are we not seeing that he goes undrafted? Why are teams shying away from him? Again, is it an accuracy concern? You talk about the accuracy only being at 58% for his career. 55.8% for his career. Talking about maybe he does have a little bit of a history of fumbling the ball once he does scramble out of the pocket, but a lot of quarterbacks do, right? A lot of quarterbacks either get hit from behind or are running with the ball, not sure how to carry the ball like a running back or wide receiver would, because they're not used to carrying it. So he does have a little bit of a concern there, but you still have to wonder, why would a guy who was projected as high as the 3rd round go undrafted? So I'll leave that question up to you. Why do you think he went undrafted? Leave a comment in the comment section below. What do you think David Jackson or Tyree Jackson did not get drafted? He's one of, I know Louis T, actually, if you're not a fan of Louis T Network, he did a pre-draft show where he said there would be 10 quarterbacks to go in the draft. Actually, 12 went. One of the quarterbacks he actually projected to go was Tyree Jackson, and he doesn't know why Tyree Jackson didn't go either. So I'll leave that up to you in the comment section. Let me know why you think Tyree Jackson did not get drafted in the 2019 NFL Draft. Now we go over to Cam Lewis. Cam Lewis, 5'9", 183 pounds, was not invited to Combine. Again, Cam Lewis went to high school in Michigan, played both wide receiver and defensive back, had 52 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 5 forced fumbles, and 2 returns for a touchdown his junior season. And as a senior, listen to this, as a senior in high school, he had 7 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, and he was great as a receiver as well. Serious return threat, and 1 punt return for a touchdown his senior season. So very athletic guy, right? Played wide receiver, played baseball as well in high school. Comes to the University of Buffalo, plays pretty well for the University of Buffalo. I think he's 5th all time in MAC history as far as pass deflections, pass breakups. He had an interception for a touchdown his freshman season, had a few interceptions his senior year as well. So this is a guy that can get the job done. You're talking played in 43 games in his career at Buffalo. He had 156 tackles, 5 interceptions, 1 touchdown, again, his rookie season, a forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery and 3 forced fumbles. So this is a guy that knows how to play, very athletic, very determined type of man. So we look forward. Again, he signed a 3-year contract with the Buffalo Bills. So we know that both these guys will be around for training camp, hopefully into the preseason, so we can see what they can do. And both these guys can make a roster spot. But let me know what you think of these 2 guys, Tyree Jackson and Cam Lewis. Again, Cam Lewis, very athletic guy here. You're talking about a guy who played both wide receiver and defensive back in high school, played as wide receiver, and then in college from 2015 to 2018, 118 solo tackles, 156 tackles overall, 4 of those for a loss, 5 interceptions, 405 yards, and 1 touchdown, 22 pass deflections. Not that bad. So is that someone that we can look at as a possible depth guy? Will he make the 53-man roster? I don't know if he'll make the 53-man roster, but you really got to look at Tyree Jackson and say, man, this guy has a good shot to make the 53-man roster, especially with Derek Anderson now being retired as well. That means we need a QB3, Tyree Jackson. This is your time to step up and see if you can be a third a third-string QB, possibly at some point jump up to that second-string QB spot over Matt Barkley. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you happy with these two pickups, these two undrafted free agents? Again, the Buffalo Bills show some Buffalo love and get two undrafted free agents. One, very unlikely that he was going to be there, but we pick him up quickly. In fact, I think he was our first undrafted free agent that we picked up. And then we also get Cam Lewis as well. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel and like this video. I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Until I do, go Bills.